This is a mission. It's a profession. And we need to recognize that. We need to provide the necessary resources and the necessary supports. So I want to thank all of you who are here, who are doing the real hard work. It is my honor to come here to Albany and fight for all of you and fight for all of you. Yeah.
We often turn to our champion in this house, who has really taken up the mantle that the Assemblyman Legislature spoke so passionately about before. Assemblywoman Aileen Gunther, I'd like to invite up.
And Angelo, Santabarbara.
Come on up.
I'm going to turn this way, if you don't mind, because I want to speak. First of all, it's an honor for Angelo and I to represent you in the New York State Assembly. Both of us are very passionate about this issue. And first of all, I want to say that the people that are here each and every day, Barbara, Winnie, all of them, are here every day making sure that the government of New York State does the right thing. You know, Harvey Wiesenberg the one that paved the road for this conversation to continue and to make sure that it continues until we improve the lives of every disabled person in New York State. We're committed to doing it. We need your help. We need all these folks' help. And they come every day. For a very long time. And when you have to take care of a person, you have to help them sometimes speak, sometimes with a shower, sometimes it's just a hug, but you take care of the whole person. And in order to take care of a whole person, you need continuity, you need to be safe with the people that take care of you, that they don't have to leave because they don't have a living wage. We have to ensure that a good life is met by all, but we need continuity of care and we need a living wage. We can't let Walmart take away from the good people that take care of a vulnerable community. It's time that New York State, you step up to the plate and take care of our fragile population.
By Harvey, who came back to visit us because this is so important to him. And I share in your passion, Harvey, because as you know, my son Michael, he was diagnosed with autism at age 3, was new to us. And when I got to the Assembly, he was the first person to talk to me, Wiesenberg, about the issues that we're facing up here. By the organizations that are here today, the ARCs that are here, Living Resources, with all the organizations that have spoken today have made a difference in his life. And I can tell you now, I can tell you firsthand, my wife and I, Michael can do things that he could never do. He could never do without the help of the direct care workers. And when we were talking about minimum wage, the first thing I said is, direct care workers have to be in that conversation. We cannot do this without direct care workers. And I'm proud to stand here with you to tell you that I support our direct care workers, and I'll stand with you and I'll fight for them because I know the difference they make for my family. They must come first, and as has been said before, you cannot replace our direct care workers. They come with passion. They come with years of experience. They can do things that only come with time, passion, to make a difference for people. Some of them are not replaceable, and we have to make sure they're doing the work that they are meant to do. That's why we're here. That's why we're going to fight for this.
We're sorry we have to go, but we have to go back to the chamber and actually do the work of the people. Thank you.
I'd like to introduce another champion, David Carlucci from the State Senate.
With so many people that are focused and passionate about this so important issue. When we talk about direct service professionals, that's the backbone of the DD system. And they provide the most important jobs in the state of New York. And that love, that care, we have to make sure it's a career. We talk about the minimum wage. There is no reason why direct caregivers should be paid the minimum wage. That's a floor. It's a floor, and we have to make sure that we're paying more. So I'm just so honored and so grateful to see so many people, to see the coalition coming together, speaking in one collective voice to say, we can do this, we can make sure that direct service professionals are professionals, that they get paid for their experience, they get paid for their longevity. And with that, we know our outcomes will be better. We will have better care for our most vulnerable residents if we make sure that direct service professionals are truly professionals. So thank you so much for your commitment to this effort. I look forward
Brianna. She's a recipient of services. Deb, come on over here and share what you'd like to share.
Our direct care professionals mean a lot to us because they spend a lot of time doing stuff with us, but there's not enough sometimes, and then we're being told we can't do the outings that we would like to do. You know, we need more money for the ones that we do got. Well, stay with us, and they mean a lot to us.
One more person to speak. Brianna, come on over here and share what you'd like to share.
Hi, my name is Brianna. I'm from Montgomery, ARC. I have a couple of things I can say. The stuff that I have here is liberty program because mostly on state funding and without an insurance and finding their will be junior staff to work with me. And also, it would not be fair for new employees to earn the same salary that longer time trust staff with experience will earn. Keeping caring good staff is a number one problem. And I am from Unity ARC from Aileen, New York.
We will open this up to any questions if there are from the press. Well, we're asking members of the press if they have any questions for us about what we're here about.
We're here for pending legislation. What exactly?
We're here really for a budget ask. In many ways, this is in preparation for the next budget cycle. This is our 300 Days to Better Pay campaign.
We are going to be here. We are going to be coming back. We are going to be going to state houses, places around the state, in communities around the state, until we are heard and policymakers understand the gravity of the situation that affects these organizations and their ability to hire quality people to do the job that is so needed for so many of our loved ones. This is really about a budget. This is about prioritization within the budget process for people, as several of our elected officials talked about so nicely. That's really where this is about.
What does it look like the budget is going to have to be for this 2017?
For 2017, in many ways we're still calculating pieces of this. We had a recent piece of a recent action, if you will, at the federal level in relation to the federal exempt overtime regulations. We're trying to figure out what that means. But for individuals who previously made up to $23,000 a year, now up to $47,000 a year, are all eligible for overtime. And when we talk about the types of services and supports that these organizations provide on a day-to-day basis, particularly in residential types of supports, many of the individuals that rely on these services and supports can't go without. And when there is a call, when someone calls in, when there's a staff vacancy, when there's an inability to fill a shift, that means people do overtime. And that is a major financial aspect for these organizations that is simply, frankly, unfunded. We need to find a way in which government needs to recognize there are consequences, if you will, for all of these actions and all of these policies that we're purporting, which we actually support. We want to see increased wages. We want to see people who provide direct support services be able to make a living wage and not have to work 2, 2.5, 3 jobs just to make ends meet for their family. But that means that government also has a responsibility to fund this for those organizations that, as I said, are 90, 95, 98% dependent on public resources to provide the services that they serve, that they provide on behalf of the state of New York.
Was there any additional funding in the current state budget for at least the minimum wage piece of this?
There was. There was about $8 million that was included in this year's budget for this particular field that addresses just bringing people who are not already making the new mandated minimum up to the new mandated minimum. So Kirk Lewis's example of staff who are making 7 cents more than the minimum wage now, he will get enough money to simply bring them to that level. It does nothing, however, for his ability to recruit and retain high-quality people to do this job. This is challenging work. This is highly challenging work. Very intense, at times very stressful. It's also very rewarding, but we need to be able to recruit and retain. And a major piece of that, frankly, comes down to the ability to pay people a living wage that is commensurate with the responsibilities that they have.
Also, Senator Ortt and Assemblymember Gunther do have a bill in the legislature to ask the administration to look at what is the cost of and to provide the resources here to attack this issue of very high vacancy and very high turnover.
My last statement is a message to all of you. We're not Washington, we're New York State. We work together, we'll get things done.
In March of this year, and we said we will continue to come back to this state house and to communities across the state until this message is addressed. So we have 300 days to better pay that we need to achieve. That's 300 days to better pay